Just to put you on the spot a little bit, Mike, are you able to give us a bit of a sense check on pricing of left and right hand side of the screen? Something indicative.
So the big Victron system,
Yep,
I think it was about 50 or $60,000 with no panels. So we
yep.
literally just did all the inverters and batteries and there's a whole heap of other things in that job that we did and we replaced. No, yeah. So that's probably not the best example. We just recently did a job in Warwick, which was around $30,000 where we put an inverter in and just the batteries. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
That's pretty
So
good going.
yeah, same amount of battery. We did a lot of work on that job that wasn't just to do with that system.
Yep.
And look, the system on the right, with one battery, we sell it for less than $10,000.
Yep.
And with two batteries for $13,000 plus freight and panels. We don't do that with panels. Um, it's something we talked about this morning as a team that, you know, I'm happy to use secondhand panels to help people out if that's on a budget and want to do that sort of stuff on an off-grid weekender. I wouldn't do secondhand batteries or secondhand inverters. I've had those lessons over the years. If you want to save money, panels last for a long time. It's really easy to get quality new panels, low cost. And yeah, for $13,000 plus panels, you can get that set up.
This is a really, really simple, stage one. You don't have to input your email or anything like that on these sorts of things. And I'd say we have no affiliation with this business. There's many of these types of tools around. You essentially just look for off-grid solar calculator and you can find something just like this. And you can essentially, decide a few of the things that you use. You might say TV, microwave, coffee machine, and fridge. We also use a small electric vehicle charger. That's probably going to move things pretty heavily, but it'll give you a bit of an idea of what sort of size power system you need. You might need 20 to 25 kilowatt hours of battery, 6 kilowatt and a 6 kVA inverter. That's pretty sort of run of the mill type installation. And that's a really sort of simple way to kind of get a bit of a sense check of what you think you need as far as loads go. But it's important to sort of understand how many of those things you want to run at the same time. Mike, do you want to just sort of talk brands, labels for things like solar panels? You spoke a bit about the Noarc. Maybe talk a bit more about why you use sort of 1+1 instead of just going for a bigger version. Talk a little bit about the pricing sort of dynamics in those inverters. I know they're sort of all driven towards just going to the next one, to the next one. What sort of panels are you using the most? What sort of inverters,
So
etc.
just with panels, I suppose the best thing to ask on panels, and if you're getting a quote and getting installed from someone, always ask the installer to give you a price on a little bit more expensive panel.